We are in Lisbon for the very first time. We have left behind the Netherlands, which was like 10 degrees Celsius and rainy and dark, and we have arrived here to 23 degrees Celsius. It's a huge change, but it's beautiful. It is almost 5 p.m. now, so we arrived this afternoon. Our flight was slightly delayed, and we got into the airport. We took the metro into the city center where we're staying, and we're ready to explore. We haven't done anything just yet. We've unpacked our bags a little bit. This is both of our first times in Lisboa, so we are going to explore everything, try to see as much as we possibly can, but also take a nice chill pill because it's been a while since we've had a vacation, and we really just want to explore the city, experience the city, and check off a few things, but not necessarily do all the touristy things or all the visits or all the museums. Just really enjoy the city, enjoy the vibe, enjoy the weather. So that's the plan today. We're not visiting anything. We are just going to get a feel for the city, walk around, see the historic neighborhoods, the famous neighborhoods, the beautiful streets, climb a lot of hills, and I am so ready for it. Good morning. It is actually 2 days later now, so let me recap what we've gotten up to the past couple of days. The first day, because we arrived so late, we only had a few hours to really explore the city, so we just walked all around the historic areas, the historic heart of the city, all of the more touristy neighborhoods. We tried to kind of go a little bit, down the smaller paths and see a little bit more than just the main avenues. And then for dinner, we went to an all-vegan place that does some traditional Portuguese dishes as well as some international cuisine in vegan format. So we're both vegetarian, we're not vegan, but we really wanted to try some of the more local stuff that does typically have meat or fish in it. So we went there, and we might go to another place maybe tonight to kind of try some more traditional things in a vegetarian friendly way. It was really, really good, but honestly, we were pretty wiped. We went into this trip already being kind of sleep deprived, so the first day we really needed to rest. And then yesterday, day 2, first full day, we really got ambitious. We started the day by traveling out of Lisbon to Cabo da Roca, which is the westernmost point in continental Europe. It was absolutely beautiful. The Atlantic is gorgeous. The wind was very blustery, and it was really a nice, mid-morning. It was nice and cool, but that changed very quickly. From Cabo da Roca, we hiked up the coastline to Praia da Ursa, which means Ursa Beach, Ursa meaning bear, and I think you can tell from the rock formations how it got its name. At this point, we were pretty exhausted. The hike wasn't too bad, but I think it was only supposed to be up to like 23 degrees Celsius at the max in this sort of area. But honestly, it felt like it was above 30. The sun was insane. I think it was just the heat from the sun. Even with sunscreen, even being prepared to feel warm, to feel the sun, to definitely have a huge change from what we've been getting used to in the Netherlands. And neither of us are hot weather people anyway. We were not prepared. We just were not prepared. So by the time we left the beach and hiked back up, it was very like scrabbly, definitely not anything that we haven't done before, but we were doing it in tennis shoes as opposed to hiking shoes because we didn't want to have hiking shoes on the beach, but that's a whole other story. I kind of wonder if we should have brought hiking shoes just for the hike, but it wasn't even that bad of a hike. It was just the heat, but also just the sun. We were feeling exhausted. So from there, we took the bus through the national park to Sintra. And then the afternoon, or the rest of the afternoon, we spent in Sintra. Sintra is a historic town. It's actually been named a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it was so cute. But what's really appealing about this area is the park. And the main attraction is the National Palace, the Palacio Nacional de Pena. And all surrounding it, it's very hilly, it's very beautiful. Thank God we had some shade finally in the park. So we were able to walk all around to see the palace from the outside and to get some absolutely beautiful views. So it was a very active day, which was planned, but also a very exhausting day from the sun and the unexpected feeling of the heat, even if it wasn't temperature-wise super hot. So we were very wiped by the time we got back to the hotel last night, and we crashed. We crashed hard. But today is a new day. Today is the hottest day that we're supposed to get in Lisboa while we're here, and it is a high of 30 degrees Celsius. Right now it's 23. It should be okay. Fingers crossed. Hopefully 23 feels a little bit more like 23 today. But this afternoon will get really warm. This morning we are hopping on the metro again. The metro is very convenient here. It's noisy, but it's very convenient. And we're going to be going out to Belém. We have just visited the monastery and just walked through the gardens. It is a beautiful day, and now we are walking towards the Belém Tower, which you can't visit right now, but apparently outside is the most beautiful view anyway. So we're gonna walk along the coastline. It is the end of day 3 in Lisbon. Well, close to the end of the day. It's only about 7:40, so we're about to go out to a wine bar, actually. The first wine bar that we'll be hitting on this trip. I definitely wanted to have some Portuguese wine while I was here, but unfortunately, we've just been too exhausted every night so far. We've had 2 nights, I guess. So this is the third, and we're finally gonna go out to a wine bar. Today was such a good day. We spent basically most of it in Belém after we had our brunch, which was a cute little cafe really close to our hotel, actually. But then we took the metro and the train out to Belém, and that is where we saw the tower, the monastery there, and we also got our first pastéis de nata at Pastéis de Belém, which is a historic place. It is very touristy, but it's one of those touristy places that's worth the hype, I think. And I was recommended it by Portuguese friends and by other people who really do like non-touristy things as well, so I knew it had to be good. There are lots of places in Portugal, but also other countries around the world that you can get really good pastéis de nata. But the original, the one with the absolute original recipe, is Pastéis de Belém, and that's why it is such a landmark. And it is really good. And it's linked to the Mosteiro dos Jerónimos, which is right next door. So apparently, back in the day, it's not a functioning monastery anymore, but back in the day when you had monks and nuns there, they used egg whites to like starch and stiffen the fabric of their habits, their religious habits, and they had a bunch of leftover egg yolks. So that's why you have so many like pastries and desserts and just food in general that has egg yolks in Portuguese cuisine. So definitely worth a visit to that area if you're in Lisbon. It was really warm, but next to the coast, it was manageable. I'm talking a lot about the weather in this vlog, I feel like, but it's definitely been something that we've had to be very aware of. I don't know if you can tell, but I have gotten a little bit pink in some places where I maybe didn't get the sunscreen applied great. So we're going back out this evening, but the sun is already starting to set. It will be fully set in like another hour, so we still have a lot of daylight, but it's definitely a lot gentler now. I think it's just the intensity of the sun here that I wasn't expecting. Even when the temperatures, like the numbers of the temperatures are not too bad, it feels different than that same number in a different place. So if you're coming, don't be like me. Don't forget your hat, because I meant to bring a hat, forgot it at home. Definitely bring a hat. Definitely apply sunscreen, maybe even more times than what we have been doing because we've gotten a little bit lobstery. But yeah, it's been a great trip otherwise, and there's still more to come. Hopefully a beautiful sunset this evening, and then tomorrow we still have a couple of things that we want to explore before we have our flight in the evening. Good morning. It is the last day in Lisbon today, and we have most of the day before we need to head to the airport. We need to head there around maybe like 4 p.m. It's looking like an absolutely beautiful day. Again, pretty warm, but we're ready for it now. We have learned our lessons. It's another chill day today. There's really only one thing that we absolutely must do that we haven't done yet, the Castelo de São Jorge. It's not too far from our hotel, so we're gonna do that first, after some breakfast/brunch and some coffee. Also, the day we went hiking, we bought some snacks, and one of the snacks was these bananas, which are Madeira bananas. And they're really good. Apparently they're a little bit smaller than a typical banana, and they are a little bit like sweeter. The flavor is just a little bit different. Very, very good. So we have one left that we can snack on later today before we head to the airport.